and then all of our regular apps as well. So if we didn't on apps there, all we have to do is disable them, tap that disable button, and then tap on yes. That disabled button will change to an enabled button, and now that application will be gone. If you remember before, there was an Amazon folder with the Amazon app and the Amazon Kindle app, but now just the Kindle is there. Show you that again. This time I will disable the Amazon Kindle app.
The spirits whisper agreement.
5, 4.
And now
3,
the Amazon
2,
apps are gone
1.
from the LG G5.
Collect the warheads and defeat your enemy.
If at any time you want to re-enable or reinstall these applications, all you have to do is go through the same
Without
process.
hesitation.
So you launch the settings, tap general, tap on apps, and you see we have these two disabled here. But we can also tap on this drop down menu and only show our disabled applications. Then we can come in here, enable that application again, and there it is. Amazon app is back.
The LG G5 is a very dense smartphone, packing all kinds of sexy features, and here's some of our favourites, along with some simple tricks to get the most out of your G5. Tip 1. Bring back the apps tray. If you don't want all of your apps clogging up your desktops, you can thankfully bring back the apps tray from the LG G4. All you need to do is tap on the LG Smart World app and search for LG Home 4.0. Download this and then head into your G5 settings menu. Tap the Display tab and then select Home Screen. In here you'll notice that the first option is Select Home. Tap this and you should see Home, open brackets UX 4.0, close brackets listed. Select that option and your apps tray will be restored to the LG G5's desktops. If you don't want a full-on apps tray, but there are apps which you'd like to hide away all the same because you never use them, then head to the Settings and then Display and then Home Screen. Scroll down to Hide Apps, and from this menu you can take exactly which apps you want to hide away from view. Tip 2. Make the LG G5 easier to use one-handed. Head to the LG G5 settings and then the display menu, and then tap Home Touch Buttons. This menu allows you to edit the touch buttons that appear at the bottom of your screen, so you can change their order and choose whether they appear as standard when using apps. You can also add a notification shortcut to that bar, which is super handy given the G5's bulk. A quick tap of this drags down your notifications tab automatically, saving your thumb the strain of reaching all the way up to the top. Tip 3. Quickly load the camera. By default, you can quickly load the G5's camera when the phone is hibernating just by double tapping the volume down button. This boots you straight into the camera, bypassing any security setup, so you can snap away instantly. Tip 4. Free up some storage space. The G5 comes with microSD memory card support, so you can expand the onboard storage at any time. But you might still want to clear out some of those crappy useless files that are simply taking up space on your phone. Open LG's Smart Doctor app and you'll see how much of your internal storage is being filled up in the top left section. Give this little pie chart a tap and the G5 will automatically figure out what can be dumped from your temporary storage, as well as revealing the contents of your downloads folder, which of course is a haven for useless rubbish that you'd forgotten about. Give each one a tap in turn and you'll be able to clean up your storage right there and then. Tip 5. Extend your G5's battery life. LG has included a battery saving feature on the G5 which can be accessed directly via a pre-installed app. You can activate this by tapping on the app and then tapping on the slider switch at the top of the screen. Note the battery saver will only kick into life when your G5 drops to the specified battery percentage, which can be changed with the very first option. There are two different tools that help to extend your battery life. The first, Restrict Apps in Background, prevents apps that you're not directly using from downloading updates and carrying out other tasks that sap your battery life. The second, block use of always on display, disables that always on screen when the G5's battery hits the preset level. If you head to LG's Smart Doctor app and tap Diagnose, you'll notice that there's a charging section up at the top. This gives you some tips on how to prolong your battery life if it thinks you need help, as well as offering advice on the best phone practices to keep your battery nice and healthy. For a full LG G5 review and more G5 content, check out recombo.com/mobile and also subscribe to the Recombo YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.
Without hesitation.
Warhead deployment in process.
Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today we're bringing you another 10 hidden features video, and this is for the LG G5. So, as always, we're going to split these videos up into individual videos, so if you just want to see them separately, go ahead and feel free, but this one will be all 10 all in a row. Let's get started. So for our first hidden feature, it's definitely an oldie but a goodie in our hidden features, and that is baby-proofing your phone, which is, in this phone, touch control areas. So for touch control areas, you go into the settings portion, you swipe all the way to general, and under general, you go into accessibility. Under accessibility, go under motor and cognition, and from here, you tap touch control areas. Now you can go in and see what this does. So all of these do have to be turned off in order for you to be able to do this. So what this allows you to do is essentially black out the screen so that not one button will work. This is really great because if you give it to, say, a child, they can't do anything. They can't go home. They can accidentally push whatever you want. They have to hit this same button combination to get into it. And that button combination is volume down and the home button at the same time. So to start, you go on any screen but the home screen, and you hold down the volume down and home button at the same time.
Back in February, when we were briefed by LG, the company claimed that the main inspiration for the G5 was, quote-unquote, to wake up our play instinct and end the boredom surrounding smartphones lately. The era of experimentation had ended in 2007, and the market is currently in desperate need for...
I have been using the LG G4 for the last year, and have been pleased with its features and performance. Perhaps I was recently experiencing a slight slowdown in its performance, probably due to the number of running apps, which we all seem to amass. Therefore, it seemed the correct choice for me to look at the LG G5 and compare its features. Changing phones has become much simpler over the years, with Google taking care of most of the apps being transferred. LG has its own app loaded called LG Backup, which should make this a seamless affair, as it should back up from my old G4 and transfer to my G5. Alas, while it seemed to go through the motions of completing this and connect, I did not manage to get it to work, which could be as much of a fault of the user error as it was the app itself. The joy of Google Android nowadays is as long as you're signed into the account, all your contacts, tasks, agendas and apps will find their way to your new device, albeit that some will require just a little work and you need to decide on their locations of your home screens. This is actually quite a good process, as it makes you reconsider which ones you use a lot and where they should be positioned, a bit like doing a spring clean. So first impressions of the G5 against the G4? Well, actually tricky, because I may be one of the very few that like the buttons on the rear of the case on the G4, and I use these for volume settings, so I immediately missed these. My G4 also had the black leather back that made it stand out from other smartphones, so I was going to miss both of these. The charger has moved to a USB-C, which is the best for the long run, but just means I have to replace a lot of cables in the car, office and at home. And one of my smaller power banks that I used to carry has a micro USB cable attached, so it's now redundant. It is genuinely something to consider if you have other family members using micro USB. as where you used to share charging solutions, I now have to have my own. However, in the long term, it should be a good move. I just need to upgrade my wife's and son's phones to be compatible. The premium design, however, is good, albeit very similar in looks to most modern smartphones. The fingerprint sensor is a welcome addition that will allow easier yet more secure access to the phone, especially as I've recently added and loaded Android Pay. The password button also acts as the power on button, which again I feel is an improvement. The interchangeable base is a real differentiator, which allows you to remove the base, to replace the battery, and swap other accessories, or friends as LG would like us to refer to them. I will review these in details at a later date, but my impressions of these have been positive, with the Cam Plus being the one that very likely I will want to carry with me, as it makes taking photos on the G5 easier and boosts the battery as well. Once fitted, whilst making the G5 slightly bulky, it's ergonomically better when you want to take photos, and the zoom dial much easier to use than the on-screen control. This brings me on to the new features of the camera. With the dual module camera,
Now I see.
Let's go take a merc camp.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video review. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know you've been waiting forever for this review, and we're finally going to be able to review the LG G5 modular smartphone. Now, the LG G5, this is a Verizon variant, and this is a 32 gig silver, and it's, first of all, let's run off the specs, okay? It's got a Snapdragon 820, Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 processor in there, 4 gigs of DDR4 memory. It's got the 5.3 inch Quad HD display. They can go up to 2 terabytes of micro SD storage, theoretically up to 2 terabytes, because whoever, would design such a thing. I mean, EFS cards just came out, ladies and gentlemen, and they're going up all the way to 512 gigs. So, now, let's talk about what the LG G5 is all about. First of all, the price, and you are wondering, this phone is 5 months old, okay? Now, first of all, let me show you something really cool. Is the fingerprint scanner. So let's take a tour around the device first. We have our 8 megapixel selfie cam earpiece. We have our main screen, which is a 5.5 inch, and the pixels per inch is going to be in the 5 to 600. Now let me show you exactly what this comes with. Hold on. Alright. Alright. Flash is 32, okay. Now, you will be able to, actual formatted with this puppy is going to be around 28, 26 gigabytes, so you still have plenty of enough room to play around with. This is built on Android 6.1, 6.01, and that's Marshmallow. The left and right side on the left side is going to have your volume buttons. The bottom will have your speaker grill, a microphone, and a USB-C port. The back of the device, we have the LG G5 symbol, the Verizon brand, your power button, which is also your fingerprint scanner, and your 2 cameras here. These 2 cameras are going to be your the 8 megapixel wide angle and your 16 megapixel shooter. True Tone LED flash and all that fun stuff. And on this side is where your micro SD and micro SIM card are housed. Now, here's the thing.
Yes.
The really cool thing is this device, okay, has a 2800 removable. That's right, I said removable. This device is thin, ladies and gentlemen, and this is how easy it is to take the battery out. The left side, holding that down, will actuate it. You gotta just get your nail in there, and boom. This is the bread and butter of this device. This is what makes this smartphone unique. Is normally with a device like this, you don't get a removable battery. You get an internal battery that if air goes out, you have to if the battery dies, you don't have a spare. You have to resort to opening up the device and replacing the internal battery. LG did the smart thing by including a removable housing, and this is how easy it is to remove. That easy. So let's say this battery goes defective, or you just want a spare to carry around with you if you don't have a power bank. How easy it is? Well, it's easy just by snapping it on and putting it in. That is how easy the battery installation is. That simple. Now, this is a silver one, okay? And the body weight, okay, is 1.06 kilograms, okay? And it is just teeny. I mean, this thing is really, really light. Now, you have the LG Cam Plus, the 360 Cam as well, but I do not have those because I wasn't able to get them sent to me. This one I actually had to buy as an upgrade, okay? I wasn't able to get LG to send it to me, or I was unable to. But, you know, this is a really, really nice phone, okay? Now, it's nice, it's got a pre-installed SIM card and all that fun stuff. And this is a 5.3-inch IPS Quantum QHD 2560 by 1440. It's got 554 pixels per inch and 530 nit. Corning Gorilla Glass 4, so it'll be nice and sturdy. Height is 5.8 inches, almost.
Hey, what's going on everybody? Paul Tech here, and we got the official update to Android 7.0 Nougat on the LG G5. So if you own a G5, what you want to do is go into System Settings, then you want to go into General, then to About Phone, Update Center, and then Software Updates, and that's how you're going to be able to check and see if you got the software update on your LG G5 here. So let me go ahead and just show you here the notification that I received on my G5. Let me go ahead and scroll to the top so you can see all these features, enhancements that is coming with Android 7.0 Nougat here. So I'm excited for this because I own a lot of devices, but none of them have the official Android 7.0 Nougat. So scrolling down, let's go ahead and read some of these features here. So you got data saver, so you're not going to be able to restrict mobile data in the background, so that's excellent there. You got some features with the themes, app notifications, display and settings, fingerprints, so there should be some more options in the fingerprint department there. Game battery saver, so you're going to be able to optimize individual games, game battery saver mode. There's going to be a whole lot of features here. It looks like there's about 18 or 19 features that you're getting with this Android 7.0 Nougat. That's a really good one. You're going to be able to store app data on the SD card. So I know a lot of people who own LG devices have been wanting that feature where you can store applications on the SD card instead of internal storage. So pretty good for LG here. So I'm going to go ahead and install this onto the device now. And this might take a little while, so I'm going to go ahead and skip this, and then I'll be right back once it's all done. Alright, so it's all basically done, set up, it's been downloaded into the G5. So one thing you're going to have to do afterwards is update Yushin. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. So again, this might take a little while just to update the application, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Alright, so everything's been updated. So this is it. This is Android 7.0 Nougat right here. So as you see it, the status bar has been changed. Your Gmail messages look different now. I mean, it has kind of this like accordion effect to it when you pull it down. Very cool. I like the way it looks. Go ahead and click on one of these here, and then you get these three options that appear, and then more settings. So far this is looking pretty nice. I like the way it looks. Let me pull that down one more time, and then as you can see, you get that little animation when you pull down the status bar. So wow, excellent. I'm gonna hit edit here, and then you got some more additional features down below there. So go ahead, and what you have to do is just drag one of those, pull it up, and then